Good day, people. We are back with another segment of Ben and Now. Today, we're going to talk about some science and some aeronautics and things. Because I'm a private pilot, but I also have commercial airliner experience because I used to train in a level D fixed-based simulator that was the same sim as Jetstar. So I got to do that because a company called Flight Experience runs a basically command course where they teach you procedures of flying the 737 and stuff. You would do takeoffs and landings, go around. So the aircraft we flew in the sim, or I flew in the sim, was the 737-800, which is really cramped if you're a passenger in the back, but really comfortable in the front because you've got sheepskin seats and things. So what we do when you're preparing for landing, you're doing about 30 things at once, right? I almost never used the autopilot when I flew. I always hand flew her because she was basically like a big Cessna with jet engines. The tricky thing is getting slowed down in time because everything happens in about a minute.
That's like lots of stuff to process really fast. Do you have like a checklist and stuff you work through when you're doing landing procedure?
We had, as normal airline procedure dictates, you've got your startup procedure, you've got your taxi procedure, you've got your landing procedure, and etc. etc. So in the startup, you basically turn on your electrics, your bus, so you put everything on the electric bus, and then you turn on all your fuel pumps. There's 6 fuel pumps on the ceiling, on the overhead. You flick them all to run. It's a float, right? So you go down from your overhead to your front panel and you adjust the stuff on the front panel. And then you go down to your throttle quadrant and do your checks down there, which are basically setting the radios, putting the different frequencies in, putting the parking brake on, checking the flaps, and then when you take off, you clean that all up and you climb out. Before takeoff and in the climb, you engage the auto throttle because the computer basically controls the engines, and then you'd set your climb power. So it goes from 80 knots, is about your rotate speed, 111 kph, to about 250 knots, about 500 and something kph.
You're talking about 80 knots being like the rotate speed. What does that mean?
So rotation is basically you're pitching the nose up.
One last question for you. I'm curious to know what got you into flying.
My uncle was a pilot in World War II. I was very fortunate to get this opportunity to fly the 737, and it's one of the best things I have ever done. I want to keep doing cool stuff because I can do that. And I think the key is if you can do something, build on the skill set. Do the thing you want to do, right? Since then I've been like, when am I going to get back into jets? I need to feel the speed again. It's that kind of thing. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10,